Eyoung, Gambari, and now Hadiza, Tijani, others storm Lagos for Real News Magazine 12th Anniversary Lecture. Reports by Ajagbe Adeyemi Teslim, sponsored by H&H. Tuesday, November 19, 2024, Real News Magazine played host to some notable and eminent Nigerians and the gurus in the Nigerian media landscape for the 12th annual lecture of the online magazine held at the prestigious Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. August 24 News TV correspondent Ajagbe Adeyemi Teslim gathered that the lecture was chaired by the country chair of the United Nations Women, Mrs. Beatrice Eyoung, while the former chief of staff to former President Muhammadu Buhari, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, delivered the lecture on the theme Africa in World-Shifting Geopolitics, matters arising on democracy, technology, artificial intelligence, natural resources. In her welcome address, publisher and editor of Real News Magazine, Maureen Chigbo, said,
The anniversary lecture series is one way that Real News contributes to building and development by providing a forum for transformational policy discussions by professionals, scholars, technocrats, and decision makers on the way forward for our great nation and Africa.
Delivering the 12th anniversary lecture, Professor Gambari highlighted some valuable points which include:
As I reflected on the theme of this anniversary lecture, I was reminded of the popular saying, "May you live in interesting times." It is generally thought to have originated from the ancient China, although there is a lively dispute as to whether, when you say, "May you live in interesting time," is that a positive or a negative? Well, we may disagree as to whether it's more of a positive than negative. But we cannot disagree that these are times that requires a lot of thought and thinking.
In his keynote address, Executive President of Policy Center for New South Morocco, Dr. Karim El Anau, said,
Industrial policies are back. Governments are heavily intervening in the economy. And for us in Africa, it raises questions. What are our industrial policies? How we want to integrate in this new world through our global value chains, through our kind of specializations.
The duo of Special Advisor to Nigeria's President on Policy and Coordination and Head Central Delivery Coordination, Mrs. Hadiza Bala Usman, and Managing Director of Amal Technology Limited, Engineer Shehu Tijani, were special guests and discussants at the lecture, said,
I have first-hand knowledge on the pressing needs for Africa and the strategic navigation and shifting gears that we're experiencing in the last few years. Africa has a huge population, and that population is indeed a global asset for us.
Semiconductors are the things, the electronics or the devices or the chips that powers those artificial intelligence. And it's so sad that these chips, these microelectronics, the raw materials are found in Africa, especially in Nigeria. I keep saying this, Nigeria is one of the few countries that I know that has the complete supply chain of any technological device in terms of raw materials.
The high point of the event was the investiture of all the speakers into the Real News Hall of Fame. According to the publisher, the Real News Hall of Fame was established to honor those who have played key roles in the organization during the past and present anniversary lectures. In an interview with some of the recipients of the Real News Investiture Award, this is what they have to say.
For identifying us and giving us this opportunity and also recognizing what we have been contributing.
I feel excited, of course, we're doing something good and we're commended for it. I think it's, I feel excited and I want to really thank you for honoring us.
The Real News is a very important professional organization, and I respect Maureen, who is the executive director, who invited me a long time ago,
And I came, and I'm glad I came because it was very well attended. The speakers they got were fine, and the interaction in the interactive session was also great. And I'm privileged to be a recipient of the induction as a fellow of the Realnews.
Some of the invited guests and Go Cup members who attended the well-organized lecture applauded Real News publisher for organizing such a laudable and interactive lecture.
It's a very good program, and the level of the speakers, the Professor Gambari and the man from Morocco, I really enjoyed their take. It's a wonderful outing, and I must say that I'm very proud of what Maureen Chibo, the president of GoCop, has done with this outing. You know, it's a quality crowd, then the quality of contribution from the eminent personalities invited to speak.
First, to congratulate Real News for organizing this. The experts he brought who keep putting us, guiding us, and making us aware of the future we are in, and that the future is now.
I was able to learn a lot of things from the guest speaker.
She's a very reliable leader, very dependable colleague, and on my own part, I've decided that I will be here, even I don't resident in Lagos, but because of her conduct and the way he always carry all of us along, the leadership quality in her, I decided to travel down here to be part of this successful.
She's done a lot, you know, and one very good thing about her, she's been very consistent, and I love that about her, very consistent. And her topics, if you look at her topics, they are quite relevant. Every time she comes up with a topic is current and very relevant to our situation.
It's been very interesting, and what makes it happen is Real News, led by Maureen Chibo, veteran journalist and president of the Guild of Corporate Online Editors. So he's ingrained in the literary work of journalism, and of course that shows in the output and what we get today.
We've had fun, we've listened, we've learned, we've unlearned, and we've relearned. I feel very, very happy to have been here today, and I look forward to another one next year, the year after, next year, and so on and so forth. I wish you all the best.
I must say that as usual, it was a very well put together event. It has become a flagship, and we look forward to this every year. And this year, of course, was not a disappointment. We were very well intrigued by the kind of information that we got from here. The discussions were very robust, and the takeaways were very great. And of course, by the time they put this together and circulate this in the media and to the various places where they're supposed to be, it will be something that everybody will benefit from. We look forward to yet another great event next year.
Real News is an online general interest magazine that thrives on investigative journalism with expertise in reporting the oil and gas sector, business, politics, and sports. Is to unearth exclusive stories about real people and the challenges they face in their day-to-day activities. Records have it that Real News online magazine had successfully held 11 consecutive anniversary lectures with different themes and great lectures as speakers. The first lecture was held in 2014, and the lecture was delivered by the INEC chairman, Professor Maurice Iwu, with the theme Nigerian Democracy, Getting It Right in 2015. The third was in 2016 by former Central Bank Governor and incumbent Governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, with the theme, Is the Nigerian Economy Stupid? The fourth was in 2017 by former United Nations Secretary General and Special Representative to West Africa and Sahel, Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambas, with the theme Security and National Development in Plural Democratic Society. The fifth was in 2018 by former Minister of Education and former World Bank Vice President Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, with the theme African Leadership in a Turbulent Era. The 6th was in 2019 by the incumbent INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, with the theme Political Transitions and Africa's Economic Development, Preparations for Nigeria's 2019 General Elections. While the 7th was in 2020 by former President of Ghana, John Mahama, with the theme Beyond Politics, an Economic Narrative for West Africa. The 8th was in 2021 by the former Secretary to the Federal Government and Chairman of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, Boss Mustafa, with the theme Managing COVID-19 Pandemic in Africa. That's not all. The 9th was in 2022 by the then Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Engineer Simbi Wabote, with the theme Nigeria in the Unfolding Integration of the African Market, the Oil and Gas Perspective. The 10th was in 2023 by the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, with the theme Drug Abuse Among Youths in Africa, Implication for Nigerian Economy and 2023 Election. Now, the 11th was in 2023 by the Director General of the ECOWAS Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering in West Africa, Senegal, Mr. Edwin Harris Jr., with the theme Threats of Illicit Funds Flow to the African Economy. The latest, which is the 12th anniversary lecture, was delivered by Professor Ibrahim Gambari with the theme Africa in World-Shifting Geopolitics, Matters Arising on Democracy, Technology, Artificial Intelligence, Natural Resources. Speaking with August 24 News TV in a joyful mood while expressing her appreciation, publisher of Realnews magazine, who also doubles as GOCOP President Maureen Chigbo, said,
I am elated, I am happy, I am delighted, and I give glory to God that today has come, has ended the way God planned it. I thank God and I thank everybody who came to make this occasion momentous. I thank the speakers, I thank the guest lecturer, I thank the keynote address, I thank the discussants for the various roles they played. I thank the chair. They all traveled from far and near to come and be part of this program. So I am deeply grateful, and I ask and pray God to bless them and to continue to strengthen Realnews, to continue to grow, to fulfill God's perfect plan for us.
Some of the blue chip companies and organizations that supported the event include the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, the Nigerian Content Development Monitoring Board, the Nigerian Ports Authority, Shell Nigeria, the Nigerian Communications Commission, the Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas, Zenith Bank, Access Bank PLC, and the Central Bank of Nigeria.
The Realnews Anniversary Lecture Series was established to commemorate our society birth mind in order to tap into their thoughts and views so as to enrich the discourse on our national development. I am Ajagbe Adeyemi Teslim, reporting from the 12th anniversary lecture and investigation into the Hall of Fame of Realnews magazine held at the prestigious Sheraton Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos, for August 24 News TV.